Okay, guys, this is actually kind of nuts what I just discovered. I want to show you this because I think this is very, very important. It might actually change how we look at guns, hand cannons, shotguns, whatever. Now, I didn't discover this. It was actually Fallout. Fallout Plays discovered this. I did a video yesterday talking about it, but the quick rundown, if you didn't watch either video, is he made a video questioning, why does this shotgun kill from such a far range? The range stat on it is terrible. And he joked, well, maybe it's because it's so long. Maybe the gun is literally closer to you, and it has an extended range, right? And so, thinking about that, he decided to switch over to the Chaperone. Now, the Chaperone was the perfect gun to pick for this, because if you look at the ornament is actually longer. So he shot a bullet at 14 meters, and it did 186 damage. Now, he switched to this ornament, which is a longer barrel. He pulled the trigger again, and it did 190. From the exact same distance, he was able to hit harder, which means that the barrel length, or the length of the gun, impacts the damage. Because this is a slug shot. This isn't spread. This isn't luck where the pellets are all hitting. This is literally the length of the weapon impacting the range. And so I thought to myself, what any sane person would do is test it with something like a hand cannon. And what I found was very interesting. Now, I'm going to show you a couple extreme examples here. But I've got an Austringer and I've got a Rose with the exact same range. Now, the impact is different. I know that one is a 140 and one is a 150, but I'm going to pull the trigger on both of these really quickly. Now, with this range, I'm starting to get damage fall off. I do 68 damage instead of 70. If I pull the trigger on this Rose with the exact same range, I'm doing 66 damage. Now, I'm going to pull the trigger on this Midnight Coup. I'm going to do a little less at 64. But the thing you need to note is the range difference on this is 8. 8 range difference. And I'm still in the range of 3-tapping. Now, I find this important because if you look at the Austringer, and you look at how long this gun is, and you look at Midnight Coup, and you look how long this gun is, Midnight Coup is making up for the range stat quite substantially. Now, I do need to move forward here. We're at 29 meters. If I get into the 28 range, and I pull the trigger again, we're getting a lot closer to our max damage. But we are getting to max damage with my Austringer, right? I'm at max damage here. But the thing you have to realize is even at this range, this is a 3-shot kill. This is a 3-shot kill. This gun shoots faster. This is theoretically the better gun. And the distance on this gun is making it comparable. It's got 8 range less, guys. That is like accurized rounds almost less. That is 1 perk less. If we use the Rose here, okay, if we use the Rose, I am at max distance, right? This is a shorter gun than Midnight Coup. I'm at max distance here. I'm almost at max distance here. But I'm missing accurized rounds almost. A full 8 range. This is a barrel mod, Sure Shot, which gives you like 7 range. And so I started looking at other weapons. This is a Trust. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the Trust. This has 52 range. If we look at damage here, I'm getting a little bit of damage fall off. I'm at 56 instead of 57, right? I'm at 66 instead of 68. So this is approximately where both guns are going to fall off. But again, this Trust has 6 more range. And so we can assume... we can assume that the length of this gun and the length of this gun, even though the range stat is different by 6, the damage is almost identical. We're talking like that much to get max range. We're talking like not even a full button press to get back into max range. This right here. So we'll do one more press. Maybe one more tiny little press. Oh wow, I'm still in range. But like, we're talking like this much distance. It's almost nothing. So then I got thinking. I got thinking about one more weapon. Where is this bad boy? Here it is. The spare rations. Now the spare rations is the perfect love child of length versus stats. Because with the rolls that you can get, it is possible to get rangefinder, you can get ricochet rounds, you can get full bore. There are a lot of range stats you can get on this, but it is also a longer barrel. Which means that if you mix the two of them, you have the potential to get the max range humanly possible on a legendary hand cannon. And I wanted to show you this video very quickly. Now, Ceridius has pretty much the max range you can get. Full bore, ricochet rounds, he's got rangefinder, he's got a range masterwork, right? This thing is gorgeous for range. But the thing is, at 36 meters, he's doing max range at 36 meters. I was doing it at like 29, 28, right? We're 8 meters more. And I recognize that we are using massively awesome perks on this spare rations. But he's going to change to another gun right now. A very popular ranged gun. Okay? 68 damage from 38 meters. Now, he's going to switch to Ace of Spades. Okay? Look at the range difference on this. We're talking huge. He's losing damage on Ace of Spades at this distance, guys. Ace of Spades has one of the highest ranges in the game. It is a long barrel. But when you mix long barrel plus good range stats, the fact that he's even competing with Ace of Spades here is nuts. This is nuts. And I can see it. I can see why. Because yes, the stat is lower. But we're talking about losing like an entire perk off of a gun based on the length of it. If you look at Trust, if you look at Midnight Coup, this thing is better. If you look at my Austringer versus my Rose, versus my Midnight Coup, like, we're talking 8 range difference. And the distance that I'm losing damage here is fractional. And so if we can get a spare rations with the best roll, and you have the length, and you have the range stat, you're pushing yourself out potentially 3, 4, 5, 8 meters of range on these weapons, right? It's putting it into like pulse rifle territory when you mix them all. This is crazy. This is crazy. All of a sudden, the longer the gun, the better the gun. Shotguns, pulse rifles. This might have a very big impact on what the best guns in the game are. And now we only have pretty much one weapon right now for hand cannons that could be the perfect storm, right? We've got Midnight Coup that has the length, but it doesn't have the rolls. But spare rations, even though it's a little bit shorter, it has this potential. We need to start looking in Shadowkeep for the longest hand cannon that you can get a random roll, because that will be the best gun in the game. If we can find another gun like Midnight Coup, you'll literally have the best gun in the game. This is really interesting to me. This is bonkers. I don't know. I sound like I've got like a freaking tinfoil hat on. I don't know. I just can't believe this. I can't believe the impact this has had. It's got to be 5 range, maybe 6 range. It's a minor perk minimum change to this. Very interesting stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.